Hey there. First, I just want to say my allergies are driving me crazy today. So my nose is a little red, itchy. My eyes are itchy. So if I look a little medicated, it's because I am. Um, anyway, my allergies are all in whack. So I look a little. That's why I might look a little like this. Hey, peace out. Um, but I haven't been smoking anything. It's just allergies. So, but I wanted to share a story about my dog. He, oh, this was a while back, I guess, a few months ago before we moved, and it was late. It was about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was still up. And he would always sleep in the office with me. I had a little bed for him and everything. And at this time, he was on the floor, and I got up kind of quickly. I didn't really realize, I just kind of stood up, and he suddenly stood up and was just standing very still, but standing, and it's sort of looking. And at first I just didn't notice anything. I just saw him standing there. And then suddenly I look at him in the face, and his eyes are all rolled in the back of his head, and it didn't even look like him. It was really weird. He looked like a whole other dog. And so I'm freaking out because his eyes are rolled in the back of his head, and he's just sort of standing there, and he's doing a little Stevie Wonder thing, he's like, and I was just freaked out. So I'm like, oh my God, panicking, and where's my little dog book, little first aid, and what do? Do I rush him to the vet? I'm thinking, oh my God, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I gotta carry him to the car. I'm panicked. And slowly, one eye got to look a little better, and the other eye was still sort of up in the back of his head. And then all of a sudden, like that, his eyes popped, right, and he looked normal and acted normal and shook and, stretching and all that. And I thought, oh my gosh, what was going on? And, he was fine, but someone said maybe he was sleepwalking or asleep. And I thought, do dogs sleepwalk? I've never heard of that before. So if anybody knows of any sleepwalking dogs, I would love to know. But he's perfectly healthy. I took him to the vet. He's fine. It's just sometimes I worry at the vet because I say, what is this? And they go, I have no idea. You don't ever want to hear that from a doctor, even a vet. But that's a whole other story. Anyway, yeah, I thought that was really weird. And he hasn't done it since. So if anybody's ever heard of a dog sleepwalking, or a cat, or whatever, I'd like to know. I just think that's really bizarre. So if there's any vets out there and you've heard of it, let me know. If not, then I have a weird dog that sleepwalks. Well, he wasn't really walking. He just stood up and was sort of standing there. Sorry, I itch all over working in the yard. I'm taking my mom to Maine for her 65th birthday. We're going to Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. She's always wanted to do that, and she's been talking about this for about 20 years now, wanting to go up and look at the fall colors. She has this fantasy of living up there, and I think she was a misplaced Easterner, and so I knew she would never take herself. So I thought, well, this is a good opportunity. I can take her. I called her up and told her I didn't want to book everything, and then her go, oh, I can't, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I call her and I say, Mom, this is what I want to do for your 65th birthday. I know this is something you've always wanted, blah, blah, blah. And she just burst into tears. And so I thought, Mom, I wouldn't have called you at work. I was just trying to, make sure that you'd be able to get off work, and, this was, you were going to be okay with it. And, not just crying, sobbing. It's so sweet that you would do that. I was like, oh my gosh. I felt really bad about that. She's in a cubicle. She doesn't have her own office. She's already bought new clothes for the trip, but we're going to be gone for a week. If anybody knows of any, cute little places to stop, we're renting a car, so we can drive anywhere in those 3 states. And I live in Texas, and so driving from one end to the other, takes a whole day. 18 hours, 12 hours, whatever. And my mom's like, "Oh, can we drive, from Maine to Vermont? I mean, is that going to take up our whole trip?" I said, "Mom, those states are like this big, Anyway, we want to drive around. We'll probably be in the southern parts of the state, looking at the fall colors and everything. But if anybody's been to these states or lived in them, or knows anything about maybe some places to stop at, we want to stop at little towns, and maybe she's real excited about staying in a bed and breakfast. And so what I'm planning to do is maybe stay in a different place each night, or stay in one place for 2 nights or something. Anyway, and just drive around those states, and just have a good time. It's just going to be the two of us, so I think we'll have a great time. And we've had a really rough year this year with family stuff, so I think it'll be good for both of us to sort of get away and just have a good time. So okay, I babbled on long enough. Now I'm just repeating myself, so